press start to begin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Super Bonus Room. We're back with more Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I am your host, John Mookie RJM, joined as always by my co-host, Jab Peanut.
Hey!
Rich Raymond 767.
Yep.
And special guest co-host, Prince Luffy.
That's me.
And you are testifying.
Ahem. And now we enter court. All right. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Gumby.
Yeah. I killed Gumby!
Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead.
Next to Gumby.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask to Mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Abby turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
Ha. No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I was really attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client.
Coffee count 1.
If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
I think this might be not his first one. I think he's in a couple of them so far.
Yeah, I think it might be his third.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Goto. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it.
Otherwise, I'll expose you to Yeth Blend 767.
The coffee that once you take one sip, you go, Yeth.
Yeah.
All right, so...
The best part of waking up is yes in your
maybe press him on this one.
Yeah, I have the guide, so I'm going to hold it.
Okay.
That, could you please clarify what you were referring to?
Why, my Mask to Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Mask to Mask?
Yes, Judge, Mask to Mask.
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask to Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ha! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me cold.
Oh, look, we don't need a
6
counter.
cups.
He's been telling us.
Thank you, King.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
You can read the new
I'd have
statement.
been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Mask to Mask costume.
We press this one. Why were you dressed up as Mask to Mask?
Why? Because I'm Mask to Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Mask to Mask's trial is being held next door.
Yes. I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I could just go as him, just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape.
Says the master thief.
Oh, that's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Remember Ednamode's words. No capes! Took a lot longer. What is he talking about?
Preston.
Of course, always. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. Seriously? My cape got caught in the safe door, you see.
No capes.
No caps.
This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body.
And then there was clay on my cape when I got it out.
What was that? Back up a second.
Fucking God.
Yes?
You were the one that hit the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
I thought that if I molded him in just like I did Gumby, that he could fit in there.
Motherfucker! Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
The moment they start smelling like ass.
Ow. Well, typically after I'm done taking a shit, but, what?
It's like, are you really asking me that question, Mr. Godot?
Is that rhetorical? The answer is simple. When they take them off. I love the simple ass answers. Those are my favorite jokes, punchlines. Those are my favorite. It's like, nah, that when you take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
That's what I love so much about Godot. He thinks he's being deep, but he's just saying nonsense.
No, he's just saying shit, man.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hit the body because he's the murderer?
Don't help him, Phoenix.
So you're not as stupid as you look. What the fuck? Oh.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Not the words I'd use to describe it, for sure.
Not the words I'd use. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you know about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here?
When are you ever in the loop?
Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front's moving over the fair weather judge.
And it is a shit-type storm.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes.
Oh, wait, okay, I almost caught myself. Not the buzzer itself, but the record. Is there a way to check it? No, but that's the right answer. Objection! Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Ron DeLay truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
He used to work security.
Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
Well, that's because it's Larry. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
No, it was very loud.
That thing was loud.
This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that unless he had his Raycon buds in. If he had been well, okay, even then it flashes red too. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that? 7. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious?
So he fainted? Yes, Judge, that's how it works. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. This is...
Objection!
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Objection!
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
Gumby extended his arm like Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? I proved that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer. Yes, we can.
Yeah, didn't we fingerprint it?
We fingerprinted it and there were none.
Yeah.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. The buzzer itself, because it was clean.
And we yanked the fucker right off the wall.
I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not. 8.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
That's all right.
What else is new?
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Objection!
Ron Delight obviously wiped them off.
Objection!
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
Objection!
How?
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Master Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order! Order! Order!
Ha! It would seem.
9.
9.
I've been forced to eat crow.
It's in this blend.
I was just about to say that.
I wonder what blend number flavor coffee is. Yeah, you caught it.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer?
To cause a diversion so they can get away.
Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
God.
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Ha! It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
Don't you, Nick?
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullet around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? Killer clawed Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away, if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Oh ho, you got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Oh, so security was supposed to respond. And maybe the whole thing was that they wanted, Mask to Mask to still be in there.
Well, so my thinking of it is, and it's actually the right answer, the real killer wanted to frame the person that he framed Mask to Mask that he knocked out.
Exactly. Yes.
So while he gets away, a security guard would be summoned immediately, and obviously they would go for the person that's still in the room.
Exactly. That's what I was going for.
What the killer did not count on, however, is the security guard's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for, but yeah, you explained it very succinctly.
The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Did you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes. Although, as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Ha! What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. 4. Gumby. The victim, King Bullard, who was already dead. Gumby, who was also already dead. Defendant, Ron, this is the stupidest fucking bit we've ever done. The defendant, Ron Delight, who's already out cold. And the third person, the real killer. Thank God his nose is not in the silhouette because that would be too obvious. The real killer.
No, it's just stuck. It's just stuck in the mushed up clay that is the dead Gumby, along with a hummusy. In the safe. Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, I was wondering why it smelled. Corpses aren't supposed to smell that fast. In this situation, if the real killer had made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim, Gumby, and Ron Delight.
The victims and Ron Delight. And if any of the security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer!
Yes, that's precisely what was the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
Oh, he got something up his sleeve.
No, he does not.
Oh.
He was specifically taking a drink to do a spit take.
He does that a lot.
I love it.
It would seem.
Not 10.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
And they're in that coffee, I presume.
Yep.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of
A
coffee.
cup of coffee?
Fortunately, we're out of the range of fire of that, but unfortunately, Ron Delight is in that firing range.
Mr. Wright, who was it?
It's okay. All Ron Delight has to do is scream, and his Funza bum will spring out and shield him.
Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait. Wait a second. I'm the one and only mask to mask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So, the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rondelay for the murder of Kane Bullard?
It's been right under our noses all along, or should I say,
I say his.
His nose.
Detective Luke Atme, he's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective.
Look at me.
You mean Master Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in court next to us is not Master Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close! Murder is more serious crime, of course! It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment!
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course. A famous detective was unmasked as Masked Mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
A guilty verdict? As an alibi?
It sounds stupid, but the more you think about it, it does make sense.
No, it does make sense. Either
does.
way, his goal was to get Ron Delight to take the fall for him.
Yes. You know, it's almost time.
For what?
Another cup of coffee?
For Luke Atme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we're to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
Ha! Bed's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this?
That's you.
Phoenix.
All right.
No, not so often anymore.
Oh, that's right, it is. Luffy.
Oh, what was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
The voice. It sounds like it's different now. Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
Ah, so that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke at me to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor. October 14th, 11:58 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5.
He got rid of the pompadour!
Well, so Detective Atme?
Well, that was in the past. This is now. He's now balding.
Yes.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh, no, Sir Detective Atme. Who would want to? Okay, quick suggestion. Who's this guy with
Oh
a
my
Canadian
God!
accent?
Are you... I have
right.
to do this one now. God.
Rich,
Damn it.
before you do. Rich, before you do. In the English translation, he's Canadian.
Oh! Alright, that's enough. This court seems no reason to further prolong this trial. You know what I'm talking about? This court finds the defendant. Look at me.
Are you doing Canadian or Swedish?
Ooh, bitch, I'm a blowout.
Wait!
It's a little sweet.
It's not
verdict,
Nova
please.
Scotian, you duck.
Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hosiery?
I
Who's this hosiery?
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. That face, goddamn! And I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me.
Accusation, you'll accuse Master Mask?
I was waiting for Rich's reaction to the judge's brother. That man is not Master Mask. Yes, they're brothers.
Oh God!
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
Wait!
I'm just like perplexed by his weird hair. Like
The fact that he's just zoink, his eyes are just.
Yeah, I made like poutine, but my brother was always interested in a different type of gravy, eh?
The judge's brother has to be his stone surprise face has to be the
Yes.
thumbnail for the episode.
And I'll say, what are you talking about?
pitter pat. Hey, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Oh,
Rich, do you
you're
get
playing
me?
near and dear to my heart there, Luffy.
There we go.
October 14th, 12:14, District Court.
After all, Luffy, the ginger did fuck an ostrich, allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is not going over my head.
Mine too, but I'm just letting it
sis?
happen. I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's alive. Inside your heart.
Let me out of here, Mickey boy.
Oh, Miss Delight. Also, I should point out, that is not the last time you're going to see that guy.
Oh, the Canadian
We'll
judge?
see you. Yes, you will be seeing him again.
Yes. Yes.
I love that they're brothers. Initially I thought maybe this courthouse just had like a very specific dress code.
No, he's just the judge's brother. That's what he's known by. That he doesn't have a name. He's just the judge's brother. That's what he's known by.
I'm talking like I'm a North Canadian, eh?
Yes, that's my brother from North Canada. He brings down the best maple syrup I've ever tasted.
We're
makes you
half
shit-
brothers.
It's true. It makes him shit with his assy. Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that detective is the real killer?
Look at him. To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof except just look at him. Only someone with that nose would do it. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night?
It wasn't Tyler playing Mario Kart World.
Hi, Tyler.
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard?
And why would he also want to kill Gumby? Oh shit, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. That's gonna happen sooner rather than later. So what happens with my trial now, I guess I'm just going home. Go watch the hockey game. October 14th. Figured it out. 12:21 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 6.
Figure it out. It's figured out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Now then, this court is back in session. I see you met my brother, Phoenix.
Yes.
Rich and I are high-fiving, and, like, I really hope that at least some people in the audience get our references, but it's fine.
Yeah, yes, I maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Mister, look at me, and please take the stand.
With your nose attached. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer?
Yes. Yes.
I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
Yes.
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when I would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask.
Indeed, it is truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Mask? Of course!
Very well then, look at me. Why don't you look at me and let us begin with this simple question.
Sorry, been around my brother my whole life, kinda rubs off on me sometimes, eh?
On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
11.
Alright, Mr. Atme, the night of the murder. Speak.
Paw! Roll over!
We're all ears.
And to celebrate the momentous occasion of us meeting the judge's brother, I got this one from Tim Hortons.
Which I have
As you
one
wish.
right down the street from me.
Sir Prosecutor? Yeah, I know, that's still wild to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's wild to me too.
Because Tim Hortons is a Canadian brand, but they have some in the States now.
Yep.
I was stealing the urn just as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, it turned out to be my witness. At the time at which the camera was captured, Master Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up till now is all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me...
However, what if there's two Master Masks at the same time?
If you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. Where have I heard that one before?
Ah,
What?
Okay, I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of it is his alibi and that stupid nose. All right, well, obviously we're gonna press on that, having more than enough time. I believe Shadi is playing Tonomodachi Life, but I also believe that Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. Hi, Shadi. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
I'm also very nice. Yes,
Very
evil
nice,
is
very evil.
evil is what I am, and also I'm also very nice.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this?
And if you don't let me get my verdict from the other trial, you are
Cursed!
Let's see. Detective Admin was always part of his ace detective skills, right? But if the own was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was watching the... forget it. He'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know, that's true. It is kind of odd.
Yeah, especially when his ace detective persona gives him a Dia to heal his HP.
No, we all know the ace detective persona user is Junpei. All right, and then press this one. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed the picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
Well, there is one way you could alter a timestamp. You could change the internal clock. You can't do it after it's been printed, not as easily.
I see.
Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
Okay, let's see. So, this alibi is false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard and Gumby at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. And then we have to press on the... back to the one about the photograph. This one. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime.
Surely even you understand by now.
Lordly Taylor provided the camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Kane Bullard or Gumby, unless I had an accomplice, Pokey. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse and this picture where that supposedly captures it. It's got to be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture?
Yes,
You
there
bet.
is.
You bet. Sure, sweet Bippy, there is. Are
You
you
betcha.
implying,
Yeah, you betcha.
brother? Mind your own case. Speak for yourself, eh? You took my you took my defendant, eh? Are you implying that this picture is a fake?
Yes.
Bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that
Right
night.
up against the wall and on the floor. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? Right there.
Remember there was a statue covering it that night? The funny part's right here.
Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting.
You talking around there about there, eh?
Not exactly. This stain's actually pink paint. Oh no, it's Danganronpa blood.
Oh, just Danganronpa blood. I mean paint. And peach colored at that?
From blood to peaches. Peaches.
Peaches.
The judge sure loves going on about his wild tangents. And so do we. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is just nowhere to be seen.
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The statue.
The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue does happen to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's right. I put it where you first saw it.
And it wasn't moved until after the crime. I myself was there the night that the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. There also wasn't a stain on there yet. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection.
I minimize the.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the
How do you
corner.
know the age of the statue? Sometimes people do statues of them when they're young.
Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally.
Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy.
Hey!
Well, not as heavy as I am when I have to take a shit. Doubles my weight.
Oh, I know about daddy.
Are you still here? Yeah, you ended my trial early, so I got nothing better to do till about 40. It takes more than an accidental push to move that distance.
In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you're prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved that golden statue on the night of the crime?
Alright, so I have to bring the fucking guy up in here now. Who the fuck else? One who moved the statue is none other than... Look at me! Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very simple. A witness was the only one in the basement of the warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However,
Yes.
why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where a battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be Mask the Mask to create an alibi showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. Jesus, that's why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist?
The timestamp. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp.
Well, what do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atman went to KD Security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been a Lordly Taylor at this time.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed besides the warehouse door?
Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Look at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
Ah,
So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have just been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. What? Why? Because more like nervous like a cat in a factory full of paper bags. Because something that wasn't supposed to be there, because a buddy's afraid of plastic bags,
Oh yeah, if you give it a good shake, he'll go running.
had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be, or rolling suitcases.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match the way it had been in this photo.
Order! Order! Mr. Atme, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
Well, what's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer! According to this,
Yeah.
the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
Objection!
It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Order! Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
Oh no, the judge is the patience of an Austin now.
Aha!
my 11th cup.
Damn, we were on.
I promised to drink no more than 17 during the trial. Which means I'm still good to the last drop. Only on KLUV. Or no, only on KOFE.
However, the defense has a very good.
The donation website.
Yeah, I actually co-founded it. A good point. So what? It's for content creators, you know, to help them out for providing content.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points. Whoa, that was
It
close.
froze for half
That
a
was
second.
close.
Oh, I scared that.
That was close, and so am I.
I think he's got his points mixed up with other points.
These points aren't always pointy, you know. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time?
He just says random metaphors for no reason. We're all dogs in God's hot car.
And that makes them a hot dog.
Don't forget the mustard.
That's how you cool them off. And then the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is 12.
12. That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of
Mebbe.
Mebbe.
Trapped by the chains of Mebbe.
Mebbe. Can never reach
Mebbe.
their dreams.
All right, after all the fucking shit that's happened, can the chains of Mebbe be the title instead?
Yeah, chains of Mebbe.
Yeah, that works.
That's very true.
No way! Don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Damask.
Yes? No, it'd be funnier if Ron also answered.
If there's no funny business in your actions as mask to mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yes,
sorry.
please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. And on that, we gotta stop right fucking here.
Because you guys don't notice, but we had several computer meltdowns in between this recording. So next time on the Super Bonus round, hopefully none happen. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
I'm so mad I forgot to ask you that.
Bye bye.